Everybody, welcome back to Handmade by Shirley. I thought I'd come on and do some cards using these stamps designed by Louise Dunne, and they're sold by Craft Addiction UK. So this is a gorgeous little set. Now, I've forgotten the name of the rabbits, the bunny. But I'm sure if I can get it, I can get the link and put the link to Craft Addiction UK, and you can go on and have a look if you want to. No pressure at all. So I've cut out a couple of wee bits and pieces. These are actually gummy-a-pan dies. These are all gummy-a-pan, the ovals, the circular star shapes, this little one here, this nice sort of lacy floral thing. And I've got a few of these that were left, so I might use them on the design. I'm not sure. I've also taken out the envelopes, because sometimes it's quite nice. I've got 3 card bases here. I'm not sure if we'll manage 3 on the video, but I'll try for 2 anyway. But it's always nice, I think, on your envelope if you get a wee stamped image on the front or on the back of your envelope. That's an addition that you can do. So my card bases are 6x6, soft, smooth card from Hobbycraft. And I've got my scoreboard out because I want to do some line embossing. I was going to use an embossing folder, but I couldn't really find one that I fancied. So, as I say, so you get you get 1, 2, 3, 4 rabbit images. You get a little chick, and you get some eggs, and you get lots of nice little wording as well. You make me happy. You're some bunny special. Happy Easter. You crack me up. So, you know, it's not just for Easter. It can be for spring. It could be for just people who like bunnies, or just, you know, it could even be, this part could even be a anniversary, or it could be Valentine's as well. You know, there's lots of options. So it comes in this gorgeous wee wallet from Craft Addiction, and they are polymer stamps, I think. Well, they're clear stamps anyway, so you can see all the designs there. So they all marry up with what's on front here. So before I do that, what I want to do is I want to decide for my first design of card. So I think what I'm going to do is use this first design here, this little sort of floppy eared rabbit on this design, and it'll either have a bit of oval on it like that, and the rabbit will go inside, and there'll just be a bit of wording at the side. So that's what I propose for card number 1. For card number 2, I'm not sure. I've got this lovely little floral border, as I say. What I might do is I might just put the chick on that one. Might do some eggs, so that's number 2. And if I do get a chance to do number 3, I think I'm going to do this one here. And these are all going to be Easter cards for people. And I'm going to do more, obviously, off screen. That one, which I'm not sure if I'll come in with these sort of star. I'm going to have a layer as well, so I'll come in with that sort of star, perhaps, maybe, and pop that in there, with maybe the addition of the eggs. I'm not quite sure, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So before I start, I want to actually just do the 3 envelopes. I mean, I've said I'd only do 2 cards on, so but I'll do three envelopes because, and I'll get rid of this just now, but I do want to do some line embossing on my actual top layer of my card. So pop all these to the side. And what I want to do is get my blocks. I need to really clean these blocks, they're so dirty. And I'm going to decide, because I said I would use this card and get the thing off. Stuck on these. Oh dear. Come them. They're very sticky. It's probably because they're new and they're just, oh, they're never usually that sticky. Right, I'll be back soon when I've got them off. Right, so that took me a wee minute or two. They are really tough to get off, but I managed. So I don't know if anybody else has had this experience with them, but I found them really tough to get off, but I've got them now. So I liked, as I say, it's nice to have a little bit of something in the corner. So I'm just going to get my first one. So this is a kind of floppy one, floppy eared one, which is, just make sure my envelope's the right way, and I'm just going to pop that into the corner like that. And it's a lovely little design. Excuse me, I've just had a bit of a burp there. Excuse me. Right, so that's that one, and I think I'm going to put this one on the corner of this envelope. So make sure it's round the right way. I might put that on this corner, just like so. There we go, which is really nice, a nice image. And then we can just do this one as well. So turn it round, and I'm going to use a little chick this time. So I'm just going to, oh, it's everywhere. It's not so good. I'm going to do, excuse me, I've had a bit of a cold. I'm just going to do a wee line of chicks on the bottom. But yeah, I can cover that with a bit of excuse me, paper. There we go, so that can be on one of the other envelopes. So I'll pop those to the side, because we're not going to be using them at the minute. So say I've got 3 cards, and I'll be using that. So let's do our first card first. So I'm going to put these away up here, because I'm going to bring my scoreboard out again. Shut that over so I don't get it on me. Make sure my hands are fairly clean. And then what I'm going to do, I wasn't going to do it on that, I was going to do it on this. So we'll then need my trimmer. So I'm going to use, so my cards are 6 by 6, so I'm going to make this 5.5 squared. That I'm going to make the next one 5 squared. Be that one, and I'll keep these bits, and I'll leave the third one just now. Right, so let's get our 5 squared. So pop that in at the top corner, and I'm going to use the sort of thinner edge of my stylus, and then I'm just going to go round at 1 inch. Hopefully it doesn't pop out. 1 inch. Sometimes it comes out of the track. And then turn it all the way round and do it at 1 inch. And I should have thought I should have turned it the other way, but it doesn't matter. And another 4 at 1 inch. Like that. Then I'm going to just bring this across and go round each inch, put lines down the whole piece at every quarter, every eighth, just like that, just to make my own sort of frame shape. Oh, see? Okay, and then I'm going to turn it round and do the same here. Just gives a nice embossed look to your card instead of actually using an embossing folder per se. You could have it debossed, embossed, any way you wanted, so that on that side you can see you've got a nice piece of score lines all the way down. And that it's just a different way of embossing your card. So all the way round. Like that, and so I'll do the last one off screen and then I'll come back. Right, so I've done that. So that's what you get, a nice kind of embossed frame. So I've come to the number 2 card, which was the one that measured 5 by 5 it should be. Or was it 4? No, it was 5 by 5, yeah. And the other one was 5.5. So this time what I'm going to do is just go at 3.5 and then all the way up to 3.5 to actually 4. So I've reached 4, and then I'm going to turn it round, and then I'm going to start at 4 again and go all the way up to 4.5. Now I've got it on the linen side because I want to use the other side this time. So that's what you would get. So I'm then going to turn it and do it at 4, I think again, yep. And go all the way to 4.5. Yeah, I've done it right. I think I had done it the wrong way there. So the first line starts at 4, the last line starts at 4.5 up here. And then I'm going to turn it again and I'll start here actually. 4. So it's a similar thing, just a wee bit different. Not quite done it all the way to the end. Right, I think that's kind of right. And it's not square like this one, because I just wanted to make a slightly different pattern on that. I mean, I could do an extra couple of lines here at 4.5 to 5. It just gives any pattern you really want to be fair. There we go, so that's quite nice. Right, so I've done that, and I could do it if I'm doing my third card. If I'm using this, I could do some on there as well, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do, and I'm not sure I'm going to have time to do that third card. So, right, so let's start. So it's basically a lot of white on white really, because I like white and white, and I haven't done white and white for a while. So what I thought was, I did think about having this onto here. Oh, that's upside down, I think, yep. So white and white. The only thing that's kind of going to be coloured in is a rabbit and maybe some other bits and pieces. So that's going to be the first card, and the rabbit, which I'm going to cut out in super quick, fast time once I've stamped it. So I'm going to stamp it. Fairly quick, and then I will stamp the other ones as well, just so I've got them, and then I can just cut them all from the same piece. So there's the chick, and I wonder if we'll get him on. I think we will. that's fine. So we'll get him on as well, or her. So just popping that in there, and then I can just colour them all at the same time and then cut them out. And that's fine. And I have got my little wording stamp, which I could just get another piece card here and just stamp Happy Easter a couple of times, just so all the stamping is done. So Happy Easter, they are nice stamps, they do stamp really nicely. I'll do another one there. And that's all the kind of stamping done I need to do. So just pop all these up the top. Right, I hope you're okay with seeing everything. So let's pop that to the side at the moment. So let's just stick this down. Where's my glue? Oh, there it is. So just, I mean, I could do it that way as well, which would be quite nice. But I've got the embossed way is quite nice just for a little change. I could do the debossed. Which do you think? Let me see. Does that look nice? Or does that look better? Let's see. I mean, they both do look quite nice. I think we'll do the debossed because the embossed, because I think that kind of detracts from the middle a bit, whereas I think the other bit kind of, it's fine, but we'll maybe do on the next card, we'll do the opposite bit of it, whatever we decide. I do not know. Right, so I am going to do this a 10th fold because I've just decided, and then I'm going to just stick this on as central as I can. Now you'll notice there's a bit of difference in colour, but that's because there's some whites have more yellow in them, some have really, really white like the background, and others, you know, there's lots of different whites. So I'm just kind of putting mostly the glue on the sort of wider parts of this because it's such a flimsy little frame. Now there is a little secret tip which I'll do the next time I come on, that if you check out Natalie Bowers NB cards, if you don't know Natalie, she does some lovely cards, mostly clean and simple, which is lovely, and she has a tip for getting your glue on without it going everywhere and covering the very delicate and finest of dyes. So yep, so that's that. So I am going to put this one on first. So I'm just going to got this Ohuhu pen, and I'm just going to go round. It is Cool Grey BG038. So what I'm going to do here is just go around there, and this just kind of gives the effect of sort of shading, bit of shading in on the rabbit, bunny, whatever you want to call it, and makes it a little more 3D looking instead of just like it's flat and stuck on the card, and you know, and there's nothing there but white. So just, you can use a very, very pale blue as well. I'm not sure what colour I use for that. You can use a very pale blue as well, because sometimes I've used it on kind of snowy sort of snowmen and things like that. So it's just creating a bit of sort of shade really, so that he doesn't look so flat onto the card. So it's not really colouring in as such, it's just kind of creating that bit of shade and making them look a bit more realistic. And I think I'll put a little bit of peach on his nose, or her nose, whatever it is. Excuse me. I'm trying to find that's probably a bit too light, I think. Yeah, it's quite light. You can see it. Let's see if we can get a really light pink. That now there's a salmon pink. Let's see. I don't know if that will be too. Yeah, that might be better. So just on the nose and just on here. Is where his kind of pads of his little feet would be. Just introduces a wee bit of colour. That's all. It doesn't have to be like huge. I can put a little bit on his tummy as well, but I don't want to go overboard. And then you do get this kind of colourless blender as well, but maybe this pastel peach would kind of just help to blend that in a bit. Like that, and then the same here. Yeah, I think that I'm fine with that actually. Just do the rest of his tummy as well, and that just gives us a wee bit of colour there. I might just do a little bit on the bottom, the grey. That's fine. Right, so I'm going to quickly cut this out, if I can find my scissors now. They might be hiding under here. Ooh. No, I think they're in here. Yes. So, I'm just going to quickly, I don't think that's the right ones I was thinking of, but these can do. Cut that off. I could speed this up, but I'm just going to not do that. I'm just going to cut it out. Just taking time. So it's just really about kind of moving the paper around than actually moving your scissors about. Obviously you do have to cut with the scissors, but it's more about just kind of moving your paper or card. So I am still thinking about the craft along. I put a little bit of a poll on my community page, I think last week, about doing a live mystery craft. Now what I mean by a mystery craft is that I would give you a sort of sketch thing with the measurements beforehand, and then you could use all the things that you've got in your stash, papers and things, and then you could craft along with me, and everybody's going to come out with a different thing because everybody does have different, things in their stash. So that was my thought. Then I did think maybe I could have a Zoom with that where we could see each other. But I don't know if everybody's got Zoom or would be happy doing Zoom. So these are things to consider if you are interested, because if you then have a Zoom, you, as I say, we can see each other, we can say hello to each other and so forth. So that's just a thought, let me know your thoughts. So there we have him. I'm just going to give him a bit of a little bit of a what's the word? Curve. Couldn't think of the word. Curve. And then I'm going to I've got some packaging that I had. So I'm going to use some packaging because I've seen a few people doing this and I think it's a great idea, is just to lift him up instead. If you've not got foam pads, this is a great way of popping height onto the projects. So let's just get a little bit on here, like that, and a little bit on his head area. And maybe a couple of wee bits on the side as well. Just here, a bit there, a piece there. So yeah, it's a great way of using up your packaging if you don't have foam pads, because foam pads are quite expensive as well. So you know, it's a good way of doing that. Oops. So I'm just going to pop him on in the middle, I think. There we go, just like that. And then I'm going to pop Happy Easter on, and I'm going to just pop it, I think, let me look through, or I could have it there actually. So I'm just going to use some more packaging to do that as well, because I have got quite a lot of packaging. I got some Art by Marlene things recently, and they were quite well packaged. So I thought, when I'd seen Jenny's Crafty Corner as well, she's a great one for keeping all her like kind of packaging and recycling it, so I thought, yeah, I should be doing that as well. So yeah, so just popping that on there, and that's card 1. So hope you like that one. So let's go on to card 2 now. So card 2, we have this piece of card again, so we're going to open it to the left this time, and we have this one. I think I might use it on the deboss side for this one. Now, excuse me, we also have this little piece as well, this gorgeous little piece of, I don't know what you want to call it. Now I just need to sort I saw my bone folder. Where is it? I did see it. Got this wee pile on my desk at the side, and I really should get rid of it. I do get rid of it from time to time, but then I just seem to put everything down there. So what I'm doing here is just pushing down these beveled bits that came through the trimmer and are kind of sticking up at the edge. So this just to really neaten it up a bit. So I'm going to put it like that. So it's white on white again. And I am going to just put this down flat. So what I mean by flat is that I'm adhering this straight onto the base card. If I was putting it up on foam pads or recycled card, that's what I would do to lift it up. But I'm just putting it down with my glue and making sure it's straight. Oh, that's right, I'll need to go that way because I put it on upside down. That's fine, I can put the Happy Easter up here. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put this up using this stuff again. So I'll put a bit here. So this is just packaged card. So it's sort of corrugated with a little bit of more card over the top, isn't it? So pop that there, and then I'll pop, I might have to pop a wee bit on there. I didn't put any on there, but I'm going to pop that in between those two bits. So there's a bit here and a bit here scoring, and a bit each side. So just popping that in between there like that. Fine. Should probably put a bit on there, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do my Happy Easter first, and then we can pop our other little either chick, or maybe I'll put the chick on this time. Chick or rabbit on onto here. Now, where was that other piece of packaging? Here. So I'm just going to chop a piece off again, put that onto the back of the Easter bit. We don't want to see it, but as long as it's, yeah, I think that's okay. Can't really see it there. And then just adhere that, and then I'll put that in between those bits there, because I was going to do it the other way so it would be at the bottom, but there we go, that's fine. So let's get to the wee chick. So we're going to colour the little chicken. What time are we at? Over, okay. Oh, jings. Jings. So let's see. Yeah, should have put some under there. Might have to do that with this. Just bear with me, because I think I need to do a bit of both under this bit here, because it's not quite stuck. That's better. Probably need to do the same with that bit as well. So there's a wee bit here, which I will just do exactly the same with. So it's just that it's kind of showing that it needs a bit more stability. I think we need to cut that slightly smaller. Don't want to get glue on the scissors really, but just stick that forward. That should work. Don't get glue on it. There, that's better. Right, so let's get to the wee chick. So we'll just cut that bit off just now. And we will just colour the chick in. So the chick this time, here's my, oh there. So we're going to do a bit of a yellow chick, aren't we? So we need a nice, really light sort of yellow. We don't want it too bright. So let's just see. It's quite bright. There's a couple of other yellows. Let's see. It's even brighter. Right, we'll go with this one. This one is Canaria yellow. And hopefully it is not going to be, just give it a bit of a blot. I think it's fine, but just, so I'm just going to go in here, and I'm just going to colour that chicken, because I can't really leave them white, I don't think. Go. And then we've got to get a nice orange beak as well, so this is going to be quite bright as well, but nice little feet. Cute. So now I'm going to just cut him. Now I can't wonder where the other scissors of mine are. Oh, I see them. They're hiding up here. These are better, these ones. These are Stampin' Up ones, but they are very good for cutting. So just basically going round, shape off the lovely little chick here. And this has been a super popular stamp set on Craft Addiction. I mean, all their dies and stamps are, well, I think they've just recently started doing stamps, obviously, are very popular. And they don't cost an awful lot. They're really quite reasonable priced. I'll leave a link in my video, and you can have a wee look at their web page online if it's something you would like to do. There we go. That is so sweet. So again, I'm going to pop this onto foam. So we'll just get the little glue back again, and just pop this onto the middle part of him. That should work. And I might need a little bit more just for his head, because we need to make that a bit more stable. So let's make that a wee bit better. And then just add some onto the back of this, and that should stick nicely. And then this one, we're just going to pop this right into the centre as well, just like that. I think that's so cute. I do like these. So I think we've got time to do a third card, if I don't take too long footering about. Right, here is the drawing. Says she. We've got time. Oh, it's over there. Right, so for this card, I've done those two. This card, now I have drawn on this, but I've got these left. So I've got these two left, which I could possibly put in the middle, like that. This bit in the centre could get lines on it, so let's just get the scoreboard back and let's just make some lines down the centre of here. So I'm sort of starting at 6. It doesn't matter. Oh, I'm just trying to keep it still. And then I'm going all the way across. I should have thought to turn it the other way, but never mind. So I've got that one, it's this one here, and this one here, this one here, and this one here. And then I'm going to turn it round and do the same. So this one here. Okay. So I could have it this way with that there, and with this bunny just kind of there, or I could have it this way, just like that, or I even could have it this way with the bunny like that. So there's lots of sort of different ways I could have it. So let me see, we're going to have to colour this in a few colours, I think. So let's colour in Mr. Rabbit or Miss Rabbit with this cool grey one, starting just on there and just behind where the shadow of the eggs would be. And then there'll be some shadow down around his ear here. A little bit here. Certainly some down there as well. A little bit on his other paw. Some down here. And just a bit round here, probably some down at the bottom as well. There. There we go. And then we can do his nose with the salmon pink one, which is YR295. Just for the nose, the body, body as well. And the pads of his feet, whatever you want to call them. And then there's this little sort of paler peach, which is E494 of the Ohuhu pens. So that just kind of blends that wee bit of the peach in. Go. And then let's see about colours for the eggs. So I'm just going to use this Canaria yellow again. And I'm just going to do a couple of wee bits. And then do something else in between. So we got orange as well, so do the orange there, some orange bits here. Let's get some very pale blue colour. I think this is maybe not quite as pale as I'm thinking, but no, it's not. Go, and we will get some nice very pale lavender. This should be lavender, pale blue, violet. Yep. Oops. Hopefully when I cut that out you won't see it. Next. Let's see what we got with some. This is a turquoise blue. Let's just get the right end. Here. A wee bit there. This is a light violet. And let me see, this is another yellow, so this one is a melon yellow. Just go over that bit, and I'll just go over that bit with this, and that'll be us done. Then I can just add on the extra bits and just cut out very quickly. Now, did I do that bit of the ear? It doesn't look like I've put much on this ear at all. Let's just put a little bit on here. It just doesn't look like there's anything on it at all. Sure there is, but right. So let's just quickly go round. Oh. Try to leave a little white piece around the edge. It's stuck to me. This is probably going to be quite a long video because I made 3 cards, but it's nice to see what the stamps do and how different your 3 designs can be, and also see a bit of white on white and a little bit of colouring as well, because I've not done that for a wee while. And I still need to do that vellum. We'll be coming on to do the technique I did with my class last couple of weeks ago with vellum, so yes, I will be doing that as well. So right, we've done that. So I think what I'm just going to do is pop it that way. So I'm going to pop this one down, as I say, flat, which is straight onto the card base, and then I'll pop the other piece, the inserts, I'll pop it up on, oops, excuse me, on some cardboard. So, I mean, this could even go to the side. Let's just put it to the right side instead of in the middle. Do something a wee bit different. There we go. That's fine. So this piece, I've got, as I say, my little card here. Chop a bit off. Probably have to curve the edges a bit. Make it a bit more oval. So it kind of fits on. Let's see. Perfect. So now there's a couple of folk crafty people's birthdays coming up this week, so I am going to be sending you something, and you know who you are. So yeah, just hope you're going to get it on time, because sometimes the post isn't that great. I don't think this Royal Mail Postal Service. Anyway, hopefully you'll get it on time. Right, so I've popped that up, which is quite nice, and then I'm just going to pop him on flat, or her, or it, or no, not it, him, her. That's what I see. Right, and just pop that a slightly jaunty angle there. Just get all the bits sticking on, and then we've got Happy Easter, which might actually cut in half. Oh, I've got glue on my finger. Cut it down a wee bit more. And just do Happy Easter down that side. And yeah, I'm quite happy with these. I hope you like them too. So, yeah, really nice stamps these. So it's Louise Dunne, she also is one of the design team for Craft Addiction, and she draws these, and they're just fabulous. So I think there's going to be more coming as well. I think there might be some tatty teddies and things. I haven't looked for since I bought this one. So yeah, there we go. Now, just before I end, I am just going to put this around here, just to kind of show it off a bit more, because it's kind of got lost on the white. So that's just for that one. And that is it. So that is my 3 Easter cards using Craft Addiction's stamps. I don't know the name offhand at the minute, but I'll definitely put that in the description box. And yeah, hope you enjoyed watching, and do let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much. See you in the next one. Bye.